Welcome back to Exciting Europe. We're on the second leg of our four-part journey through the awe-inspiring Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. In our first video, we explored the basilica itself. Today, we're venturing just outside its doors to the magnificent Lateran Obelisk, the tallest ancient obelisk in existence. We'll also step inside the St. John Lateran Baptistery, the oldest baptistery in the world. So, join us as we continue our exploration of the Lateran complex, uncovering the layers of history and artistry that make this corner of Rome so extraordinary.
We stand in the heart of Rome beside the ancient Basilica of St. John Lateran, the Baptistery, and the Lateran Palace. Yet the true marvel here predates even these venerable structures. Towering above us is a colossal obelisk, a silent sentinel from the golden age of the pharaohs. This isn't just any obelisk. At 31 meters high, 102 feet, and 47 meters with its pedestal, 154 feet. It is the tallest ancient obelisk, a testament to human ambition and ingenuity, and the oldest monument in Rome.
An obelisk is a monolith, crafted from a single stone. It's square at the base and tapers to a small pyramid called a pyramidion at the top. This pyramidion was often plated in electrum, a gold and silver alloy, reflecting the sun's rays and mimicking how they fall on the earth. The Lateran obelisk, specifically, is made of red granite, an incredibly hard stone. Quarrying, carving, transporting, and erecting something of this immense size was a monumental feat in every respect. To understand its epic journey, we must travel back in time nearly 3,500 years to the 15th century BC during the reign of Thutmose III. This powerful pharaoh envisioned a pair of towering obelisks to grace the Temple of Amun at Karnak, symbols of the sun god's power and his own divine authority. His grandson, Thutmose IV, would ultimately complete this grand vision.
Fast forward to the 4th century AD. The Roman Empire, a vast and powerful entity by this time, had developed a centuries-old fascination with Egypt. Emperor Constantius II, during his sole visit to Rome in 357 AD, decided this particular obelisk would be his gift to the Eternal City. The obelisk, weighing over 400 tons, was first transported down the Nile to Alexandria. From there, 2 specially built ships propelled by hundreds of oarsmen carried this colossal cargo across the Mediterranean to Ostia, the port of Rome. Finally, it was hauled up the Tiber River and dragged on a sled to its new home, the Circus Maximus, the grand arena with a capacity of 150,000 to 385,000, where chariot races thrilled the Roman populace. This obelisk was set up on an island in the center, known as the Spina. The Spina served as the central dividing barrier around which the chariots would race.
The obelisk stood for centuries, a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires. As the Roman Empire crumbled, the Circus Maximus fell into disrepair, and the obelisk, weakened by time and neglect, eventually collapsed and was buried under layers of mud. For over 1,000 years, it lay forgotten, a giant needle lost in the haystack of history.
Its rediscovery in the late 1500s marked a new chapter in its extraordinary story. Pope Sixtus V, a man with a vision for revitalizing Rome, ordered the obelisk's restoration. It was re-erected in 1588, albeit slightly shorter due to the damage it had sustained, in its current location near the Lateran Palace. Topped with a Christian cross, it now served a new faith, yet its hieroglyphics still whispered tales of its ancient origins.
Today, the Lateran Obelisk stands as a bridge across millennia. Its red granite surface bears witness to the ambition of pharaohs, the might of Roman emperors, and the enduring power of faith. It is a reminder that even the grandest monuments can be toppled, yet the human spirit, like this obelisk, can endure, be resurrected, and find new purpose in an ever-changing world. Just a few steps away from the oldest monument in Rome stands another remarkable landmark, the St. John Lateran Baptistery, the oldest baptistery in the world. Getting ready for your exciting European adventure? Each city has its own unique charm, but before you head out the door, don't forget those travel essentials.
A travel adapter is a must-have for keeping your devices charged. A portable charger will be your best friend when you're out exploring all day. And a good travel guide, well, that's your key to unlocking the hidden gems of your destination. Protect your belongings and memories with a secure anti-theft bag. Keep those pickpockets at bay and enjoy your trip worry-free.
Check out the links in the description below for our recommended travel adapters, chargers, guides, hotel recommendations, and a selection of top-rated anti-theft bags.
The Lateran Baptistery is open daily from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Before we step inside the baptistery, take note of its unadorned brick facade. It's enhanced by a decorative frieze crafted by Francesco Borromini in the late 1650s or early 1660s. This frieze features the coat of arms of Pope Alexander VII. Constructed in the early 4th century, the Lateran Baptistery might even stand on the foundations of an even older structure. For generations, this was the sole baptistery in all of Rome.
Its octagonal design is striking, though it's possible the original structure, built for full-immersion baptisms, was circular. Both the circle and the octagon, representing the number 8, symbolize infinity and, by extension, immortality. This baptistery's design served as a model for many others that followed. Originally, the entrance was through the atrium on the side facing the basilica. However, in the 16th century, Pope Sixtus V created a new entrance on the piazza where he had erected the obelisk. To accommodate this change, he had to demolish one of the 5th century side chapels.
Upon entering, you'll be greeted by the Baptismal Chapel, an octagonal colonnade of 8 porphyry columns, erected by Sixtus III, supports an architrave bearing 8 smaller white marble columns. At the center stands the green basalt font, flanked by sculpted deer drinking from pools. These were added in 1967, hearkening back to ancient descriptions of silver deer that once spouted the baptismal waters. The baptistery underwent extensive restoration under Pope Urban VIII in the 17th century. Its interior architecture was strengthened and beautified around 1633, likely following Gian Lorenzo Bernini's designs. Andrea Sacchi added frescoes depicting scenes from Constantine's life on the ambulatory walls, while the cupola drum features modern copies of his frescoes illustrating St. John the Baptist's life. The baptistery ceiling showcases the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, which took place in 312 AD. Don't forget to look for the Barberini bees on the column bases, a reminder of the 17th century renovations.
Added by Pope John IV in 640 and dedicated to a martyr from Dalmatia, the Chapel of St. Venantius houses 7th century mosaics commissioned by Pope Theodore I. In the apse, you'll find the head of Christ flanked by angels, and behind the altar, the Madonna and saints with Pope Theodore. The triumphal arch features depictions of all the martyrs whose relics Pope John brought from Dalmatia, and high above, views of Jerusalem and Bethlehem alongside symbols of the evangelists. On both sides, you can also see remnants of 2nd century Roman baths built atop a 1st century villa, complete with a mosaic pavement. The original baptistery structure is visible in the walls and beneath the apse. The baptistery's location here was intentional, ensuring a reliable water source.
The original entrance to the baptistery was lavishly adorned. Flanking the door, 2 massive antique columns support an exquisite Roman architrave. High on the opposite wall, a fragment of the original marble intarsia decoration remains visible. In the north apse, now dedicated to Saint Cyprian and Justina, early martyrs whose remains were interred here, a stunning 5th century mosaic graces the space. A climbing plant winds its way down a vibrant blue background, descending from jeweled crosses, above which a lamb and doves appear. Above the door leading into the baptistery, a relief of the crucifixion, created after Andrea Bregno in 1492, completes the scene.
The Chapel of St. John the Baptist, established by Pope Hilarius, is his second notable contribution to the Lateran Baptistery. Behind a protective grille, it houses its original doors, once believed to have come from the baths of Caracalla. These doors are inscribed with the name Hilaris Episcopus, Bishop Hilarius, and are renowned for the distinctive musical chime they produce when opened.
And that concludes our second chapter in the story of the Lateran complex. We've journeyed back in time to witness the epic journey of the Lateran Obelisk, from ancient Egypt to its current home in Rome. We also stepped inside the oldest baptistery in the world, marveling at its mosaics, frescoes, and the stories etched into its walls.
But our exploration doesn't end here. Join us in the next video as we continue our pilgrimage through this remarkable corner of Rome. We'll ascend the sacred holy stairs, Scala Sancta, a relic believed to have been climbed by Jesus himself, and step into the serene papal chapel, the Sancta Sanctorum, once the private chapel of the popes. Finally, we'll delve into the history of the Lateran Palace, the former papal residence, completing our journey through this fascinating complex.
This video is part of Rome's Must-See Basilica series. Check out the channel for playlists to learn more about the city's amazing basilicas, ancient ruins, great food, and Christianity. Thanks for exploring Rome with us. If you loved this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more European adventures.
This channel has a great selection of videos for all interests, from quick guides on buying tickets and using public transport to in-depth explorations of the most important galleries, museums, and monuments. Let's explore Europe together, from Amsterdam to Rome, Milan to London, and beyond.